your 2014 champion, Stephanie Howe.
Of I Run Far, and I'm here at the Placer High School track after the 2015 Western States Endurance Run. I am here with this year's final finisher, first female 70 years and up finisher, Gunhild Swanson. My goodness, it's an honor to be with you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your race was an absolute nail biter. From the outside looking in, was it a nail biter? Living it?
Yes.
Yes?
Very much so.
So you've run Western States before.
I have.
So you kind of knew what you were getting into. Mm-hmm. Did you know before the race that it was going to come down to cutoffs and it being very close?
No.
Okay.
I made a pace chart for my pacers, and cutoff times I hand wrote them as an afterthought on one of them.
Okay.
But 30 hours, 28 hours stream time, sub 30, realistic, and at one point I was like early in the race. I was within 10 minutes of cutoff time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where was that in the race?
It wasn't, I don't know, first half somewhere.
Okay. You were already approaching the cutoffs a little bit closer than you thought you would.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the pressure was on even in the first half.
Yeah, because it was so, although it wasn't terribly hot, but I don't know what it is, but people really suffered out there. And I saw people curled up, sleeping in the shade and under a tree and laying in the creek and all that. And you couldn't, the terrain is so difficult that ordinary mortals like me, you can't run. You have to power walk it and hike it. So I just kept getting farther and farther behind. But once I got to where it was runnable, then I started to make up time.
Okay.
So, is that your gap?
So is that in the last 20 miles you were making up time, or?
Actually, as soon as my son started pacing me at Michigan Bluff.
Okay.
And I was still well over a 30-hour pace at that time.
Yeah.
Into the cutoff time. So we started just chipping away at it.
Okay.
So, and then I got pretty comfortable. Everything was going to be fine. And then disaster happened at about mile 88. My pacer and I made a terrible rookie mistake. Came up a trail. To the left there were a couple of runners, and followed them rather than looking for the markers. We should have turned right. We got all the way up a steep hill for over a mile and a half or so, had to come back down. So I got 3 bonus miles. And then, but that was like, into the 90-mile aid station. I was back in the cutoff times. Well, I can't make that up. I don't have enough race left to make that up. So I thought I was done.
Yeah.
I just didn't think I could do it. Came into the
83
aid station at the highway, and Dave, my friend, took over as pacer, and he said, "Let's move it." And I just went straight through the aid station, straight out, and he told me what to do. Okay, you can run here. Okay, you can hike this uphill, and watch your footing. There's rocks there. There's loose dirt there. And so he talked me through it. And then and I still had to hike up that, the hard stuff. Coming up to Roby Point off of No Hands.
Yep. It's not an easy climb.
That's not an easy climb, and I was totally out of breath. Couldn't do it. And people were shouting at me, "Don't run. There's a piece of shade right there. Run through that." Okay.
I guess so.
But it didn't feel like a run,
Yeah.
I did the best I could. And once we were on top,
once you got to Roby Point, this is 1.2 miles to go.
Right.
You had an entourage waiting for you. Who was there?
Well,
what was it, Mike?
2 friends, my pacers, another friend, Rob Farrar, the winner of this race, came down. He wasn't already waiting there, but he came down the road, and Tim Tweetmeyer. And
Wow.
then everybody started yelling at me and telling me what to do and pouring ice water all over me, and it was,
Wow.
and then I was told, okay, you have to run as hard as you possibly can, and when you get to the tracks, you can't let up. You can't, you know, off down the hill, okay, but you have to maintain that pace. You have to go for all you possibly can on the track.
Yeah, these are
And then I came around and saw the clock. Oh my God.
How close it was.
4 seconds.
Yeah, the when the Roby Point updated and said that you had come through with 17 minutes to go, to be honest, a few of us looked to each other and said, many of the top runners run this time. Like, it takes them 17 minutes to get to the finish line. So we thought, wow, I'm not sure if this is going to happen today. And even when you came through on the track, it was a little over 90 seconds to go. I mean,
my friend looked at his Garmin and he said, I ran 7-minute miles on the track.
Yeah, you had to run 7-minute pace to get around the track in time. When you rounded the corner here, and you looked down the straightaway, and you saw the time on the clock, and you realized, I'm going to get there. After so much tension and so much stress for so many hours, did relief start to wash over you, or did it wait till you crossed the finish line?
I think it waited.
It waited.
I must have had the biggest smile on my face, I swear to God. It was just so exciting because everyone was shouting. I mean, the sheer noise of having everyone in the whole stadium shouting for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, and now you have this great buckle here, marking your 29 hours, 59 minutes,
56 seconds.
I mean, you got every ounce of that buckle's worth. You know,
I earned it.
So, now that this has happened, this is something that you have been working toward for a while. You established a record for women 70 and older. I mean, what do you do now? Do you go rest on your laurels a little while?
For a little while.
Yeah. What do you do now that you have something like that?
Oh, I'm nothing different, really.
Nothing different. Life goes on.
I am involved with a local trail running group, and you know, so when they put on races, I go to those. They could be anything from a half marathon to a 50-miler, and so I continue to do that. And everybody, you know, we're kind of a club, and everybody, we know each other, and we're friends. So it'll just be low key.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
This is this is a race where there's often focus on the front of the competition, but I think as this stadium annotated today, this isn't just a race about the front of the pack. This is a race about a community, and I mean, the community really, like, yeah. Put it forth to see you come home today.
It did.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
So thanks for inspiring the community.
That was certainly my pleasure. I finished this sucker.